And action.
Okay. So the girls that are on this call have already heard the last 5 minutes of me talking, but welcome to our team call for all of you watching the recording. We're talking really quickly just about how to make this business work in our crazy busy lives. And if you guys had a chance to listen to the National Wake Up Call this week, she talks about that. She talks about how she had 2 miscarriages this year and how they just kind of rocked her, which I can relate to. She talked about how like she's got this 3-year-old toddler that's just busy and how life is just go. And I was telling Kayleen, I feel like I'm in one of those phases right now as well. I have a calling at church. It's like a church service opportunity that's pretty time intensive. And this past week, our ward boundaries changed, which those of you who aren't LDS, that just means that we've now added in a bunch of families into our congregation at church. And I am kind of over the women to make sure that they feel welcomed and taken care of. So we've got 44 new women that I've called them. I called them all yesterday. I've set up appointments. Like, I have a lot of visits that I'm doing this week starting tomorrow, which a part of me is like, wow, I don't have time for all of this. Like, it's crazy. And then I've got my bully 2nd grader who I'm going to school every day, or yesterday and today, to sit with her during lunch and recess because she doesn't deserve to be with friends right now. Like, all these extra things that I'm like, when is life gonna just settle down, And I have had those moments in the business where I have to ask myself, is the business taking away from my life or is it adding to my life? And I have to tell you 100% every time I have those like come to Jesus moments about my business, it's always, this is adding to my life. And for those of you who are the praying type, I hope that you're praying over your business, because this is something that I am like literally always in conversation with the Lord about my challengers, about my team, about am I showing up as my best self, and like on social media, inspiring and helping and motivating people that aren't a part of us yet. But absolutely, every time I've had those moments, I know that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So the question is, how do we make this business work the way we want it to work in our ridiculously busy lives? Because here's the thing, it's not going to settle down. Like, I remember last April thinking, oh good, summer's around the corner, things will settle down. No, that just meant I had 5 kids at home, and it was like insanely difficult to run my business during the day with 5 kids at home who wanted to go play and go be with their friends and have friends over and do the swimming thing, and traveling. We traveled all the time. And then I thought, oh good, school's starting. Well, guess what? Now all of my 4 babysitters are gone. So I've got this little person who's hanging out over here, who wants all of my attention all the time. Not to mention, homework is insane with 4 kids and now a middle schooler. I can't even believe how much homework they're giving these girls. And my kids are busy with all of their extracurriculars again, because we're jumping into that. And my point is, it just never stops. Life never, ever, ever slows down. There's always going to be something. So we have to decide if we want to make this a priority, if we want to make this a part of our lives, or if we don't. And if we do, which I'm hoping since we're all here, that means we do, it's just a matter of making it happen and being intentional with our time and intentional with the activities that we're doing each day. So I've shared a lot of to-do lists with guys. And I'm all about to-do lists. I love checking things off. But right now I'm creating something that I'm calling my Beachbody process. Like, not even a to-do list. I'm calling it my process. I am going to, and I'm not finished with it yet, but I'm going to have a very, like, ridiculously, almost annoyingly specific must-do list for Monday, one for Tuesday, one for Wednesday, all the way through Saturday. I'm going to print them off. I'm going to laminate them, and I'm going to have my little eraser marker. So every Sunday night, I'll put out my Monday list. And then when I have that time scheduled that I can sit down on Monday for maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe I'll get lucky and have as much as 4 hours, depending on nap time with the kid, then I will be able to bust through that list. And let me tell you, some of those things on my must-do list, on my Beachbody process, are things like post my work in my challenge group. Takes me 30 seconds. Maybe a minute when I have posted to a couple different groups, but that's it. Post my Shakeology in my groups. Like and comment on my posts in my challenge groups. Comment in my messenger. Like, I've always got a messenger group going for my challengers. Comment in there. Like, some of the things really are going to take me 2, 3, maybe 4 minutes tops. but they're things that will move my business forward, that will keep me engaged as a coach, that will keep my challengers excited about their journey. And they're things that really need to be done each day. I was saying too, oftentimes there's those things that I'm like, oh, I just know to do that. Like, I just know that that's part of my day every single day. But then it's 10, 11 o'clock at night and I'm going to bed and I realize I haven't done that. Like, that's crazy. So some of these things not take a lot of time. They just take us being intentional about it and maybe having it written down and having a to-do list. So far, all of the things I said the challenge group things, post on my IG stories, post on Facebook like page, Instagram. Let me tell you, I post the exact same things on all of those. So I'm not coming up with new content for each of those. I'm just posting them all in the same place. And if people follow in all of those, then too bad. They get to see it 3 times. Comment on comments from yesterday's post in Instagram and Facebook. Invite. I'm going to just touch on this really fast. All I'm really going to say is listen to the National Wake Up Call from this week, because I love how she talked about the PB&J of inviting. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was wonderful. And it seems very doable to just do those 3 to 5 invites that are like real good to your invites. Reply to all of my messages, follow up with people, reach out to people who are watching my stories. That is probably, going to go along with my inviting. Start following 10 new people on Instagram. I'm going to be playing around with some different Instagram things. I'll keep you posted on how that goes and what I do. But other things include post in our Life on Fire community, which I've been horrible about. Post in the team page, post in our Emerald pod, post in our Diamond pod, schedule a post in my challenge groups. Just those things that really won't take a lot of time, you guys, but move the ball forward. So that is what I'm doing. I've got kind of a daily to-do list of like what I need to do for my own sanity, things that I would do even if I wasn't a coach, like plan out my day, write down my goals, do my workout, say my affirmations, personal development, and Shakeology. All of the things have come because of coaching. But even if I were to quit coaching tomorrow, I would continue doing those things for the rest of my life because they've just helped. So those, and then all of my must-dos. I will, I'm going to get my lists done today, and I'll share them in our team page, just so you can see exactly what Angela is doing to move her business forward. And I got to say, like, don't feel like you have to be doing all of these things too. As a new coach, my daily to-do list looked a lot different. Like, I don't think it was as time intensive. I don't think, it was just different. So just know that these things maybe I'm doing right now are going to be things that you'll be thinking about in the next 6 months, in the next year. And right now you might need to just be focusing on get your workout done, post at least one really amazing post on social media, reply to any comments that were on those posts, and invite someone, reach out to someone. That's all I've got. Amber, what did you want to add? You said you kind of were thinking about the same topic. Sorry to pull you away from laundry, by the way.
Come on, I'm trying to multitask here. Yeah. No, I was thinking about, so my list actually is all the same stuff, only I do separate them out a little bit. So like I did not do invites yesterday, but my bulk invites are today and tomorrow. So Tuesday and Wednesday are like massive amounts of invites. So it can look different for everybody. So one thing that I have done that has been really helpful is I do a bullet journal. And if you're not sure what that is, you can Google it. Lots of people are very artistic and make theirs beautiful. Mine is literally like cluttered also with toddler because she bullet journals with me. But the idea is I have every day I started off this way. It's usually when I'm getting ready to work out or whatever right after. And I go through and I list out all the things that need to happen in the business. And then I also, on the other margin side, is like personal. And it's just a great, and you can stick in notes in there. So it's just like a really random, like, okay, a lot of scribbling from my child, but I have to let that go. So it's not going to look pretty. Like Angela would be a really good bullet journal because she likes colors and but you color things. Anyway, like you have pretty markers. Anyway, so you figure out what works for you. But I will say this, like, I do think being intentional with your time makes or breaks this business. So when you are sitting down to coach, like even if you only have 20 minutes or whatever, like put the coach hat on and let go of all the other hats. And so that you are just like in the zone. If you're trying to multitask, like seriously, the only multitasking I do is laundry if I'm on a call, or housework while I'm listening to personal development. But when I sit down to do invites, when I sit down, even if all of my chaos is happening and my kids are home and everything, I'm like, Mom needs 20 minutes without you coming in my room, period. I am not a mom for 20 minutes. And that way, when you take off your coaching hat, because you guys, coaching can like buzz around you all day too. Like you'll think about your to-do list if it's not getting done, and it'll like almost haunt you, for the day. And so I'm like, okay, this is the time chunk I have. I put the hat on. I do what I can. I try to get through my list or whatever. And then I take the hat off. And like, I seriously don't even respond to messages until I put the hat back on. So I guess it's just saying, like, figure out your groove in your time period. And if it's just little pockets, that's fine. That's how I started coaching when I was homeschooling all of my kids. And for the first 3 years of coaching, I homeschooled. And that was very challenging to find pockets of time to do the business, because homeschooling really is kind of like a full-time job too. And so, but once you talk to your family, like talk to your husband, talk to your kids, let them know why you're doing what you're doing, and like your vision for yourself and what it, how it's blessing you and how it's going to bless them. They will be more supportive, hopefully, and then when they're like, wait, why are you on your phone or on your computer? It's like, hey, now this is coaching time, and then this is mom time or church time or whatever time. And so that helps. I don't get on at all on Sundays at all. And I usually address that in my stories on Monday morning. I'll be like, I check out on Sundays, so you don't see anything from me, but this is a weekend recap, whatever. So, you kind of need that time too. So that's kind of it. I liked everything Angel said. But finding the pockets might be what you have to do. Right now, I'm in a spot where I just dropped my kid off at preschool, my baby at preschool, and it is the first time I've ever sat in an empty house. It's only twice a week for 3 hours, but I'm like, I'm too young for this phase, first of all. And then second of all, it's like, okay, now I can, get to work. But I acknowledge that time might not be happening for you guys right now. Like, you could have a baby, you could have, toddlers running around, and that's normally what my life does look like, by the way, especially in the summer. And so just set kind of non-negotiable pockets of time, be flexible with yourself, but still show up. And then if you really only have an hour, like, get the meat done, get the things that are going to haunt you done, so that when you go to bed at night, it's not on you. Anyway, all the things Angel said, and that's just like by the way.
I want to add too, when I was a new coach, I walked around my house like this all the time. Yeah. I thought that I had to reply to people right away. I thought that I had to be there for my challengers, like the second they needed anything. And it was exhausting, and my family noticed, and it wasn't healthy. It wasn't good. So setting up those pockets and doing exactly what Amber said, like put the hat on, do whatever, take the hat off. Those of you that are in the Emerald group saw that I didn't you guys were talking all day. I didn't know any of that was going on until 10 o'clock at night when I got in bed and was like, all right, I'm going to catch up on my message real quick. And I was like, whoa, you guys are amazing. I loved it. But you know what? It felt good on my end too, to know everyone's everyone's be okay if I'm not responding right away. That goes for me. I mean, I had people who messaged me yesterday okay, tell me if for fall boot camp. I think I'm ready. I didn't respond to them until 10 at night. It's okay. They don't need to buy a challenge pack the second they tell me they're ready. We can get in a conversation in a couple of hours. That's something I had to learn, and that's something I learned the hard way by my sweet little 6-year-old telling me you're always on your phone, 4 years ago, things like that. So I love Amber's advice to figure out those pockets and put the hat on and take the hat off. Also, along with what Amber said is, if you only have 20 minutes, don't spend those 20 minutes I don't know, looking at my to-do list. Don't spend them like, I'm looking at this going, yeah, I kind of do everything. Don't spend those 20 minutes checking into our team page. You know, like don't spend those 20 minutes like watching a training. There are tons of great trainings. We're going to be there tomorrow. Spend 20 minutes talking to people, reaching out to people, inviting people, message anyone who's watching your stories, who's commenting on your stuff, who's liking your posts. This is a people business. So if you're talking to people, then your business is going to move forward. And literally, if you only have 20 minutes that day, which is going to happen, like we're going to have those days where we're like, I literally have to go somewhere in 30 minutes. This is my only 30 minutes. And then I've got 5 kids the rest of the day, and it's not going to happen. If that happens, then use those 30 minutes wisely and use it to help people and to talk to people.
Yeah. And can I piggyback off of that too? Of
course.
There's 2 different kinds of activities we do as coaches. We are doing activities that are maintaining our business, and then we're doing activities that are growing our business. And the growing your business would be when you're in conversation. Maintaining is actually like you're posting and stuff too. Like that's kind of like you've established that this is what you're doing. You're maintaining this open shop kind of a feel. You're there. And then business, and that also includes like team, checking in with the team, checking in with your coaches, your challengers, all of that. And then you have your business growing, which is like adding to your network, talking to people. It's really the like inviting one. It digs deep in that. And so if you have a very small window, think, okay, I have a small window of time. I need to be business building. And because the business maintaining, you can usually slide in other places, or if you skip a day, it's not going to make or break, but it's the business building that is going to propel the energy and your momentum and move you forward and make you more excited, where you're willing to get up a slight bit earlier to do whatever. And so just kind of keep that in mind. And I think as we're adding coaches, you guys are automatically leaders. Like the day you add your first customer or coach, you are now a leader. And that means showing them what to do. And so that means, you know, like Angela and I can't preach inviting if we're not also inviting. And, you know, so it's like show them what to do. That's the first thing that you can do as a leader. And then you can maintain. Then you check in with them. Then you can, you know, play around. And that's why a lot of times, we don't post in the team page until later in the day or whatever. I usually sit down and like the first thing I'm doing is the business moving forward activities. So, and then one last thing is I don't have any notifications on my phone. So if you have notification, like I don't have Messenger, I don't have Instagram, and I don't have Facebook, no notifications, because I'm only on there because I'm a coach. So I hop on, then I go in, I like work like a mad woman, crazy woman, and then I'm off. And I do try to empty out my boxes every day. Like I do think that's important, but just find that pocket. And then anyway, I'm kind of all over the place, but hopefully you got something out of that. Okay, back to you, Angela.
I'm all over the place too. I'm sorry, guys. I really was like, this is the most insane week. I didn't even know if I was going to get on today, and I was like, I have to. Like, I want to see your faces. So of course I'm getting on. So those are the things that have been on my heart, are just figuring out how to continue to love this business and move this business forward in an incredibly busy stage of life. And I forgot, I was going to share with you guys before we started the recording. I reached out to Scotty Hobbs recently, who's in our direct upline, and just kind of, okay, what are you doing to reach high success club numbers? Because I remember him saying recently, I think it was in that Beat Your Best month, where he was like, I'm just going to do this. And he rocked out a ton of success club points, and I don't remember what he had or whatever, but I was just thinking, like, what are these coaches doing that I'm not doing, right? And granted, again, like, don't compare yourself, because I mean, I've got 5 kids and a baby. So I recognize that not everyone has my life. Like not everyone has such limited time or is spread so thin like I am in many ways. So I feel very good about where my business is, but I'm also continually trying to learn if there are things that I can do to reach more people, to help more people, to be better with my time. So I just reached out to him, and he actually did a team call. He put it on YouTube, but it's like just for our team on exactly what he's doing. Like step by step, this is what he's doing. I've only listened to 15 minutes of it. It's over an hour long because that's how busy my life has been. I've had it for 2 weeks, you guys, and it's like up on my computer all the time, and I just don't have time to sit down and watch it. But I'll get that on and share with you guys so you can see what some of these top coaches are doing that is helping them to, I'll put it in the team page that's helping. And I'm assuming that we can all easily access it. If we can't for some reason, then let me know or let Amber know, and one of us can be like, hey, our team wants to watch that video. How do we make that happen? But I loved that he really did just like he got on and he said, I've been spending the past hours making these like, what's it called, visuals for you guys to see exactly what I'm doing. So I think that helped me as well to figure out, are there other things that I need to add to my must-do list, to my process that I can add in that help me to increase my reach and following and more people that I can connect with and meet. And then I reached out to, darn it, what's her name? And wait for it, I've got a mess in here. I've been using Stem Social for Instagram. Ashley McClellan. I'm sure some of you, I know Stacy knows who Ashley is. She is a coach who went from like an emerald a year ago and is now like a 5-star diamond. She's so fun and so positive and so happy. But she's using something different on Instagram that I think I'm going to look into. She is using 21 Social, which I've heard from a couple of other coaches that are using it. Had a couple of the same issues with Stem Social that I did, just that I'm finding, I don't know that I'm finding niche necessarily. And a lot of people from Stem Social are just other network marketers and other businesses. Like it's like few and far in between that I'm finding people. So I might be jumping ship and giving Stem Twin Social a try for a little bit. So that's something else that I'm going to be like another way that I'm going to be investing in business to try and reach new people. Just to throw that out there, let you guys know what I'm.
And Jill, what'd you say her name was? Ashley what?
Ashley Wright McClellan. It's MC and then capital CLELLAN. And I'm not sure if she's Micah Folsom's coach or if she's just in Micah Folsom's downline, but she's over there on that team. She's in the downline, Stacy.
So okay. She's a blonde, right? Short blonde.
Yep.
Okay. I like to see too, I feel like it doesn't matter. It also matters what you're doing on Instagram versus like just having somebody out getting followers for you. And so I love it when like Paulo something, she's in our team. She's like the highest success club earner in.
Oh, Paola.
Yeah. Like I went to her page and I was like, okay, just by watching her stories, I'm like, I know you, I like you, and I want to join you. Like, so do not get on the comparison game. I will say I don't follow very many people at all on Instagram. In fact, the coaches that I do follow, that I stalk, are not like me at all. I just get inspired by some of their messages. And so, but I don't compare myself. Like they don't have kids. They don't have, whatever. I have to stay away from some of the moms. But when names come up like that, I still like to go in there and be like, okay, so that's how, you know what I mean? It's fun to see what people are doing. Anyway.
I agree.
I think to look her up while you're talking.
It's totally key. And I recognize that I've been super slacker on my Instagram stories lately. And like, that really is where it's at. Like Amber said, like she just watched some of Paola's Instagram stories, was like, I know you and I like you. Like that's where people are going to be like, oh, I know you and I like you. So, and sometimes we have to pump ourselves up before we do those things. Like sometimes I'm like, I do not feel like doing this. And I'm like, I can do this. Like you just have to pump yourself up and get excited about it because people feed off that energy. But anyways, I will literally have an insane day once again. But I'm committing to myself and to you guys to getting my must-do lists done, just so that you guys can have those. If you want to like be inspired by them and change them to whatever you need to do each day, great. If you want to check them, that's okay too. Whatever you want to do. But however I can help you guys to show you how owning this business, even with the NVIDIA is my life, I'm going to help. I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing. So that's all I've got. Does anyone have any questions or concerns or something exciting they want to share? Nope. Okay, well, I'm going to just say really fast, you guys are killing it. Like, I know I've been somewhat MIA this past week with everything that's been going on, but we've had a bunch of new coaches added to our team recently. I know Nicole Bottomley, who is a brand new Emerald, just added her third coach and is really excited about adding some more. She's having so much fun with this. I'm seeing your guys' posts. I know you're connecting in with your workouts. Like, that's key. If you're taking care of you and sharing that journey, that's like the foundation of this business. So keep doing that. Keep loving yourself. Keep loving this. And I can't wait to see where it takes us.
Yay. Thanks, Angel.
Yeah, I love you guys. I get to go sit with my bully second grader now for the next hour. So
I'm ending the recording, but the link will still be live. So